Hello, ladies and germs, and welcome back to Pratfall. Hello, Ben.
Hey, man.
What's happening today?
I'll tell you what's happening today, my friend. We've got another teaser for the next Enshrouded update.
It's exciting.
No, it's okay. It's only a short one, 16 seconds, so you don't have to listen to us prattle on. Prattle on!
Prattle on!
For the next 20 minutes. We'll keep it short and sweet, but let's get into the teaser, man. Okay, man. Well, it looks like we're getting a closer look at the mountain biome itself. So there's not as much information as the last teaser, like in general, in terms of the update. But we get a bit more info on the mountain biome, don't we? And the new enemies and whatnot.
Yeah, we're seeing a few little juicy tidbits. We're obviously seeing, first and foremost, a specific section of the map. I'd like to know how high up the mountain this is. Like whether this is the top or just some kind of small citadel on the way up.
Well, if you look behind, there's a bigger mountain behind the mountain.
Ah, okay, yeah. So it's definitely not the top. This is just probably some kind of like outpost on the way up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything up there at the top, but I imagine we'll be able to get up and maybe make a base or something up there. So who knows? Yeah. So we can see, I think that is the same block here from the first teaser.
Yes, I think it is, yeah. But you can see a bit more, in a bit more detail, the way they blend together when placed in different arrangements and stuff in the background, which is interesting.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the well block a little bit.
Yeah. Just with a slightly sort of paler and obviously not green sort of colour scheme.
Yeah. Also, mate, this may be wishful thinking on my part. I don't know. Either side, like to the left and to the right, at the base of the sort of pillars that we've got, that looks like it could be a new roof block.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
It's like a slanted... It's wooden, isn't it? Presumably. And then it's got these kind of spikes on the side of it.
Yeah.
It could just be a part of the environment, and you know, like there's a lot of stuff here that we're probably not going to be able to place ourselves, but it just really looks like a section of roof block, doesn't it?
The way, like the angle of it and stuff. Yeah, I think you might be right on that.
And that would be cool, because I don't know if we have... do we have any wooden roof blocks?
No, we obviously have like thatch and stuff and like straw, but no wooden ones as of yet. So that would definitely be a worthy addition.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be cool for the Viking long houses. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're called, isn't it?
I think that's probably what they're called, yeah. That's cool though, man. I hope I've not just got people's hopes up for nothing there, but...
So obviously a big thing and the whole sort of point of the teaser in terms of the way they're presenting it and what the main thing I think they're trying to show off is we have this new variant of the Scavengers with a flamethrower, Ben.
Yeah.
That's insane, isn't it?
That's pretty cool, man. And it looks like he has mountain-appropriate armor here. Some kind of fur armor with, again, the spikes on it and things like that. It looks very Scavenger.
Yeah. Just having like this, especially even visually, I think because obviously in the mountains it's going to be just white and blue and sort of grey. Having that to contrast just while you're playing from a visual standpoint, as well as like in terms of game mechanics, I think will be really, really pretty.
It makes me wonder if we're going to be able to craft anything like that.
What, the flamethrower itself?
Oh, I wasn't even thinking. No, I was thinking the armor, like the fur armor.
Ah, okay, sure.
I mean, that would make sense. I feel like you said, with the flamethrower being the kind of main fixture of this teaser specifically, it would be weird to not allow us to at least like loot them, if not craft them.
Yeah. And again, people have been aching for new weapon types and stuff like that. So stuff like that would be really interesting. But yeah, like you mentioned, the armor. We obviously have fur armor, so having a variant of that sort of aligns with the mountain biome would be really, really cool.
All right, so this next part is rather juicy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably the two things that I'm most excited by.
Yeah, so we've got clearly a new armor set for the player.
And probably like the most unique armor set, I would argue, we've ever seen in the game. Like it's so interesting and unique.
Yeah, so again, it has a very Arctic aesthetic, but it looks like Arctic wolves are confirmed, because I can't see how else you'd be able to craft that.
Yeah, like I think that's a little winky wink from the devs, isn't it? That we're going to be getting some kind of ice wolves.
Surely. I mean, we've got wolves in the game. It's an easy addition, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in terms of the rest of the armor, though, they've got these like purple sort of jewels, and there's like blue parts to the armor, but the jewels, like, they're like amethyst, aren't they?
Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, I hadn't really clocked the jewels on the lower part of the armor.
And they also match something we'll get to in a second.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think we've talked about this briefly in the past. If there is a biome that would make sense to sort of incorporate the ability to mine new minerals and gems and diamonds, emeralds, amethyst, whatever it may be, I feel like the mountains makes the most sense to go up there and find these precious gems in this really harsh environment and stuff.
Something I wanted to mention, actually, and I've got to give credit to Hollow Phoenix in our Discord for this one, Sean, because they mentioned the possibility of Obsidian returning to the game. Well, not even returning, I guess making its official debut in the game. Because I don't know if you remember, but when the game launched, you could find Obsidian in a couple of like very specific places in the world.
Yeah.
And then I think that was an error on their part because they quickly removed those spots in like a patch or an update or something.
Yeah, it just seemed like an oversight, didn't it, that they'd left in.
Yeah, but it was clearly for a purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since then, I think people at the time collected a bunch of it for when they officially like added, I guess, recipes that used it into the game. But they've since removed it entirely. So everyone that's collected it over the months have just lost everything. So they're going to have to collect it again if we do get Obsidian. But that's just something I wanted to mention because I think, like you said, that would make sense for this update.
I think them completely removing it from the game is a relatively recent thing, so I wonder whether that could perhaps imply that they were removing it completely so that they could, like you say, give it its official debut in the game.
Imagine Obsidian monster trophies.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
And then to be fair, like Obsidian tools as well that are just have so much more durability and stuff and more efficiency.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. If we do have all these things that we can like mine now in the mountains, like obsidian, gold, you'd probably need a stronger pickaxe, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I hope so, man. I want stuff like that. And okay, related to that, we have this beautiful new weapon, don't we, my friend?
We do indeed. And the first thing I would like to point out, Ben, I'm not sure whether I would imagine you noticed this as well. And I'll preface this with, I'm not for one moment suggesting that Keen Games have done this for us. I look at this axe, Ben, and can you see two of the main colours on the axe?
Are you talking about the Prattle axe?
The Prattle axe, yes!
Oh, I've noticed it, boy. I've noticed it. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got the gold, and then we've got, I guess it's like a sort of gem, a purple gem on the top, and then like a purple stone below it, is that right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, something like that.
Oh, it's gorgeous though.
Yeah, it is reminiscent of the little purple bits on the armor, but it looks fantastic, and I'm definitely getting my hands on that, boy.
Yeah, for us to, for the first time, see an item in game that has our color scheme, it's very exciting.
Oh, well, I mean, that with the Twitch drop armor, the Hollow Halls like reskin armor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look good, man.
Yeah, you are, man. You're gonna be popping. I hope there'll be some. This is obviously the first weapon they've teased. We obviously don't know if there'll be more new weapons. So I'd be interested to see whether, if there are any other sort of unique weapons that are added, whether they have a similar color scheme and they have like a set, right? Like a set with a consistent like a design scheme.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see more weapon sets. I think we've seen a few things like that in the past, but never like a full set of weapons with a consistent theme. All right, so one more thing I quickly wanted to touch on. So in the deep snow, I noticed that it doesn't seem to slow down the player.
Sure. Oh, do you not think? I think it does. If you watch again, when he walks out of the snow, I'm sure he's got like snow around his feet, and then when he rolls, it's almost like the ice breaks. There's like a little visual effect.
You could be correct, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, man, surely it would work similarly to the Black Mire.
Yeah, I think it'll be a similar thing where, like the mud, when you're in the deep mud and you get the mud around your feet, it looks like the same thing to me, but with a bit of snow on his feet. And then when he rolls, there's like almost like a breaking of ice effect around him. And I think maybe when you roll, it breaks the slowing effect.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know why I thought that, actually. In terms of the fire damage, how do you think that's going to work? Because would it just work similarly to poison, where it just kind of ticks down your health, or would it have any other effects on the player, do you think? Because he doesn't really seem to be set on fire.
No, it looks like presumably or potentially it's just an effect while the player is within the sort of beam of the fire. But I can't really think of any other way that would work other than something similar to poison, where you're in the fire, it gives you an on fire status effect, and which lasts X amount of time after you've left the fire.
Yeah, I guess it's just different types of elemental damage, isn't it? I mean, we're in the mountain, it makes sense to have a flamethrower. I imagine they would do more damage against, like, the Arctic wolves and the wyverns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, another juicy little video from Keen Games. Hopefully they keep them coming. How many more do you reckon we'll get before the update drops?
I think maybe 1 or 2 more. You know, there could be a good few shorter teasers. There could be, just 1 or 2 more, like, longer ones. But I think, I don't know, 1 to 3 tidbits, juicy tidbits. That's what I'm predicting, Ben.
Juicy tidbits. We do like them, don't we?
Yeah. To be honest, though, the thing that excites me the most is certain things in the last trailer we knew or had heard were coming, which was exciting to see them actually shown off. But things like the flamethrower and this new armor and the weapon are things that, again, I hadn't really even necessarily weren't in the forefront of my mind in relation to getting the new update. So I don't know. It makes me feel like there's even more coming than we previously thought.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Oh, it's always an exciting time, isn't it, Ben?
Well, that was our little, hopefully short breakdown of the newest Enshrouded teaser. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe for more content like this. We cover pretty much everything Enshrouded on the channel, so don't bloody miss out on the next one. But until next time, I've been Ben.
I've been Sean.
And you've been watching
Pratfall.